Appraisers just see value differently than agents. It's a fact we have to live with in our current market. I'm working with a client right now who is under contract to purchase a fantastic home. It was initially listed for $419,900. This home is loaded inside and out. It's perfectly staged, landscaped, and the attention to detail is unparalleled. It also has a 3-car garage, which is hard to find in that price range. My buyers were not the only people who loved it. The seller attracted 7 offers total and were fortunate enough to be the winning bid, even though we had to raise our offer price to $433,000. We weren't even the highest offer, frankly, but we had the cleanest offer, and we offered the best terms. Several other bidders were left discouraged upon being notified that they weren't the winning bid. In fact, one party got my information and offered to buy my clients out of their contract with the seller. So we went under contract with the sellers. The inspections went very well, and then we sent out the appraiser. We were shocked when he came back with a $412,000 value. Now, for some reason, everyone thinks the appraiser is the end-all be-all. After all, he's the professional when it comes to value, right? Well, probably not. I mean, if he were an agent listing that property, he would have suggested to the sellers that they list it for $412,000. And the sellers would have left a lot of money on the table if they followed his advice. The listing agent in this case, and myself as a buyer's agent, knew it was worth a lot more. Sure, it would be odd if one buyer felt like they wanted to pay above the asking price of $419,900. It might be a coincidence if maybe another buyer wanted to do the same. But when you have 6 or 7 buyers bringing offers above list price, then I think market value has been established, don't you? I mean, after all, market value is defined by what a buyer is willing to pay for something in an open market. Certainly, it's established when you have multiple offers from buyers who are willing to pay a similar price for it. See, the problem with appraisers is that their report only allows them to account for very few features of a home. They look at square footage, bedrooms, bathrooms, lot size, age, garage capacity, and a few other details. You'd be surprised that many appraisers do not really even account for location the same way you and I do. They view value within a 1-mile context, whereas a buyer arrives at value after searching an area of, say, 10 miles in each direction, in that process of discovering what the market has to offer. For appraisers, it's data in and then value out. It's equational. On the other hand, buyers can process hundreds of different factors that add or detract from a home instantaneously as they're walking through it. Their senses detect everything from upgraded granite, carpentry, flooring, natural light, flow, landscaping details, and so many other factors. They can walk through 2 homes that have similar specs but different upgrades and walk out telling you why one is worth more than the other, and they can tell you how that translates into value. Have you ever seen the Antiques Roadshow? Someone brings in a rare and valuable item. The professional handles it, strokes it, loves on it for a little bit. They might turn it around in their hands to get a different perspective. They consider it for quite a while, and you can see the wheels turning in their minds. And then it happens. They tell the person all about that item in great detail as they draw upon their years of experience. That, ladies and gentlemen, is an art form, and it's exciting to watch. That's how great agents value a property. It comes after years and years of being in the trenches, hearing comments, questions, and concerns expressed by thousands of buyers. Very few appraisers have that kind of depth. They visit the subject property, draw a magic 1-mile circle around the home, pull a few comparables, and then rely on photo tours posted on the MLS to try and get an idea of the interior condition and features they offer. And data in, value out, with some adjustments being made for this or that. Well, back to my buyers and our appraisal snafu. They're very mature people, and we're in the process of finding a solution. The husband and I both drive pickup trucks, and so I offered a simple analogy. See, I drive a Ford F-150. It's a pretty basic model with very few frills, but it does the job. My buyer also drives a Ford F-150, but it's the Raptor edition. Now, quoting from a recent review of the F-150 Raptor, the differences are night and day. It has more horsepower, torque, and goes from 0 to 60 in 5.3 seconds. The Raptor has automatic keyless entry where you walk up to it with the key in your pocket and the door unlocks by itself. The Raptor has leather upholstery and heated and cooled seats. The Raptor has an advanced infotainment system. The Raptor has adaptive cruise control, forward collision prevention, and a blind spot monitor, including a 360-degree camera system. It even has a power tailgate. Now, they're both Ford trucks with 4 doors. They both take you from point A to point B. With either truck, you'll get an invite from family and friends to come join their moving parties. But they are wildly different machines. It is the same thing with real estate. Now, it sounds like I'm being unfair to appraisers out there. I admit their job is tough. I just wish the communication between appraisers and agents could be different. When I talk to an appraiser about a value, some of them listen. But there are some that throw up walls in defense of their value so fast it would make Donald Trump proud. He'd offer them a job at the border. Of course, to the lender, their value is very important. It's part of the loan process. Agents have a lot to offer appraisers, and certainly vice versa. I cherish the appraiser who's willing to have an intellectual conversation about value. And I know there are appraisers out there that would like the same from agents. There are too many deaf ears in this market. This is a rapidly changing market. Never in the history of real estate has there been a time where top-notch representation has been so important. If you're hiring an agent, make sure you get the best of the best to protect your interests. I've seen too many people getting hurt over the last few years. We would be thrilled to serve you. And thank you for listening.